absolute favorite part about living out here, and these guys are gonna learn all about that in just a second, is to be able to walk out your back porch, look at a target downrange, and just start popping off some shots.
Oh, we started the fire!
Oh my God! Put it out! Let's go put out a fire real quick.
Apparently, it's not the best idea to shoot a hay bale with tannerite. I didn't realize Lojo lived this far out.
In the middle of nowhere.
Gee, literally in the middle of nowhere. It's crazy. I want to cut some donuts on this dirt road. Not gonna lie. Lojo will probably be upset though. Donuts on the dirt road, not good idea.
Probably.
Which way did you say was left?
Yup.
Oh, there it is.
Lojo's house, Lojo's house. Dude, honestly, so proud of Lojo for just like, this place is so cool. It's like a dream. This man has a pond in his backyard. I'm sure we'll get into it. Swamps, awesome house. I mean, just a fisherman's like dream, outdoorsman's dream. You can do anything out here. I'm so proud of this dude working super hard for a couple of years, and
Speak of
there
the
he
devil.
is.
Here he is, man of the hour.
What's
My
up,
man.
boys?
My man.
Welcome
I
to
didn't
the
know.
ranch.
I didn't know you lived this far down the
Oh.
dirt road, man.
Oh yeah, I live this far down every road. Norman, what's up, buddy?
Howdy, partner.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
nice big hugs from two
Hey.
big men.
welcome to the ranch or the homestead, or what do we call it out here these days?
I think a ranch.
Yeah, it's got a little ranch homestead vibe to it. But yeah, we're in Southeast Alabama. It's freezing freaking cold, by the way. And these two guys,
Wearing shorts.
Fishing with Norm and TJ from Fishing with YakPak, are wearing shorts because they are, of course, from Florida, and that's all you wear in Florida. I grew up in Florida, so
Florida
I'm,
man vibes.
yeah, like, but as you can see, I've made the full assimilation to a
yeah.
country man.
Yeah.
A little bit of a lumberjack situation.
I like
You
the
know?
I kind of
lumberjack
look like a
vibe.
full
You got
on
it going
like
on.
dad mode. I kind of
Right,
like that.
yeah,
you got
exactly.
it going on.
I
Right,
feel like
got
as
a
long
little
as you
pocket
keep
knife,
your
little
Look at
hip
that.
knife.
That's
Got a little
dad
hip,
mode.
little hip knife.
Dad mode 10.
You gotta have it,
Okay,
man.
I like
You just gotta keep your main organs like warm.
That's
like
right,
that's why you
yeah.
only need a jacket. My legs, they can be cold. As long
Yeah.
as like my heart and my lungs are warm, my
Science.
whole body's warm. That's
Yeah,
Florida
that's
boy
right.
science right there.
I get it. Okay. Well, of course, we're joined by AO Fishing as well, who's basically my ranch hand.
Yeah, that's right.
My right-hand man on the ranch homestead. But over the next, 5, 6, 7 videos, we're going to be hitting you guys with all types of content right here on the Googan Squad channel from basically my backyard. And we're about to give you guys a tour of all the things to look forward to. It's going to be crazy.
How fast does bad girl go? Can we put this thing in sport mode?
God,
I want to go fast.
Oh my gosh, my insides. Come on, Delta, get in, hurry.
I might have to borrow some Lojo pants and flannels if you don't mind.
Actually, what is your dog's name?
That's Delta.
Delta. I
Yeah,
knew that.
The full-bred German Shepherd. She's the new pup on the farm, on the ranch, whatever.
This dog is awesome and also crazy at the same
She
time.
probably keeps you warm, too.
Yes.
I'm just keeping her close to me. Delta, you ready for today?
You can see a lot of fish. You gotta show us what's going
Yeah.
on.
Kiss
Wow.
me,
Kiss
kiss
me.
me.
I love that. I finally have some affection. I never get it.
All right, boys, first stop, the old backyard future trophy bass pond. We've actually got some big fish that have been put in here. We'll kind of give the story behind that because these two gentlemen have brought me one of the biggest fish that's ever been put in there. Dude, this is it, man.
The animal cracker pond, the buffalo.
Yeah, that's right. The buffalo, because it looks like a buffalo animal cracker from above, right? Yeah. That's so awesome, man. It's so sick.
What? Did somebody put the kayak in the water?
How did that happen?
It's just floating along. All right.
Wasn't me, I promise.
Welcome to the pond, boys. Well, it's not much of a welcome for any of you guys because you live here, Andrew, and you guys have been here 3 times now.
Yeah.
So you guys personally, we say this is a future bass pond. This pond was only built 5 years ago, so that means if it was stocked with some fingerling bass or even like 1 pound bass, they can't be more than like 5 pounds or so right now. But enter you two guys and me and Andrew, who have been stocking it with big trophy bass. What's the bass? What's the size of the bass, and where did it come from? The one you guys brought me a few months back.
Was it 604 or something?
Something like that, and from a top secret lake that we can't disclose.
Oh,
but from Florida, it
Nice.
made a 2-hour trip
Florida
here.
strain, pure
Florida
Florida strain. Yeah.
Which there's different strains of bass. Really quick, there's northern bass, which is what got put in here. Northern bass, they handle the cold weather better, but they don't grow quite as fast as the Florida strain largemouth. And then vice versa, the Florida strain grow a little bit faster, but they don't like the cold weather. Then you have a new strain of bass, which I'm not going to mention those yet because we're going to be stocking those in this pond. It's a hybrid breed of largemouth and northern strain bass. They grow twice the pace of both those bass, and they are very resilient to cold weather, so that's going to be coming real soon.
Sounds like a fun fish to catch.
So funny story, this has just happened a year ago, like 6 months before we moved in. You'll notice around the property, there are massive trees that have been unearthed, and they're just laying over. So a massive tornado came through, and you can see in the swamp, because right there the trees kind of open up on the backside.
Look at that. It's literally perfect.
It came through right through the swamp, right here, almost toward Daryl's place, which is our next door neighbor. And it just like threw trees. I mean, there's trees all over the place. So
look at that one right there. That thing's giant. That tree
yeah,
right there.
yeah, exactly. Dude, look at the root system on that tree. That's a 100 or 80-year-old tree.
Easily.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So just one of the crazy things about owning land. I mean, when something like that happens, it's like, what do you do? It happened right before we moved in.
That's crazy.
So I'm just glad it didn't damage the house or the pond or any of the stuff like that. But just one of the crazy things about living out here in the country.
You've got all those bass in here that you were talking about, and then, like you said, Norman, I brought you that one good one. What else do you have in the pond?
So they originally stocked it with only 3 things, which is good. So a ton of catfish because they loved catfish.
Yummy.
Brim, which is obviously the bait that's going to drive everything in the pond.
Okay.
And then some northern strain largemouth bass. But we think
no crappie,
no crappie.
Okay.
Wait. No crappie. Are you kidding me?
There is a crappie in there now. Old
I
Fisherman
spent
Norm
8
brought me
hours
one.
one day catching this man one crappie for this pond. So there's a crappie in there.
And the funny thing is
no
crappie are
crappie.
really not great. If you're trying to make a trophy bass pond, you don't want to also stock crappie. But we just put one crappie in there. One crappie's not going to reproduce, so it was just kind of funny when you brought me that. I was like,
I didn't know crappie were actually bad for pond management because I guess they do some damage. And I was so
baby
pumped.
bass.
I'm like, dude, I don't even think Lojo has a crappie yet. Like, I'm gonna give him his first one, which it was his first one.
It's all good.
But then I probably ruined the whole thing.
Yeah,
And
probably
you can
so.
blame it on me,
Only
guys.
time will tell.
Yeah.
But there's also a very rare albino all-white catfish. He's seen it. I've seen it. I've actually caught it one day on accident with no cameras running, which was amazing. But that's going to be a video one day where we actually go out and seek out that like 1 in a million or whatever it is, just super rare albino catfish. But basically, this pond is going to be a trophy bass pond eventually because we're just going to keep dumping 3, 4, 5, 6 pound bass in here. We're going to increase the bait population, dump thousands of shad in here in the springtime, and we're going to get it right.
A true trophy pond.
Random question: how deep does it get out there? Because is it like 3-4 foot, or does it get really deep?
It doesn't get. It's a pretty typical like small country pond. It doesn't get real deep. It gets like 7 or 8 feet. Certain parts in the middle. But it's just a super shallow, very clear pond when it doesn't rain. It's almost incredibly clear. You can see everything. It's cool though, but we're gonna be doing a lot of videos in the backyard pond, probably catching catfish, probably catching some bass in this little mini Googan week. So we're gonna give you guys a chance to catch every single species of fish that we got in this.
I want my redemption because every time I've been here, I've never been able to catch a bass. So
you will get your redemption this time,
all
buddy.
for redemption.
You will get redemption. I promise you.
Lojo, if you want tilapia, snakehead, anything, I'll just bring it to you. And actually, you're out of town like in a couple of weeks. I'll just bring it by unannounced. I'll just tilapia in your pond.
Just South Florida bullseye snakehead, 10 pounds.
That would be helpful. So basically, if you're facing this direction, obviously that way is the highway and the house and the pond. If you turn around this way, basically everything you see right here is ours as well.
So everything the light touches.
Well, if you want to kick it old school Lion King, then
Simba vibes.
I wish it was everything the light touches, but that'll be next year's goals.
There you go.
But obviously we have a massive swamp right here. And what they call this is actually a beaver pond. So it's not a swamp technically. You see right down there, there's a little section where the water kind of passes through. What the beavers will do, there are beavers out here that just live here naturally. They will dam that up and all this will fill up with water and it becomes a standalone pond.
Yeah.
So it's called a beaver pond. That's what they call it. It's what all the country guys out here have educated me on what it actually is. I just thought it was a swamp. When we first bought this property, this whole swamp, all this grass you're seeing was all underwater.
Wow.
It was actually holding fish. Me and him saw fish swimming around down there. But then a hurricane came through the day after we moved in, blew out the dam, and now it's a swamp again. But
welcome to Alabama.
we've got tornadoes coming through, hurricanes coming through. It's just something you gotta deal with.
You're
But
in the hot zone.
we've been assured by the people around here that the beavers will rebuild that dam and this will fill back up again.
Cool.
Fun
That's very
fact, there are a complete ton of ducks in this swamp. So if you guys are big duck hunters or anything like that, now me and Andrew can't kill one for the life of us, but there are like hundreds of ducks that live and roost and feed in this swamp this time of year. So you guys may want to get the old shotguns out early in the morning and do a little.
Pull some quick scoping on some ducks there.
Correct. Now, if you look even further, it's actually just out of what you can see. But if you can imagine that way from the swamp, there's actually a hidden pond on the very, very, very back edge of the property. And in that hidden pond, there are bass, because me and Badge have caught them before.
Interesting.
Now, it's about a quarter the size of the main pond, but it has fish just as big. There are good fish out there. So that may be where we venture to at some point during this week. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see how the weather does. But, I mean, what does that do for you?
Yeah, I mean,
Hidden pond? Does that tickle you?
Yeah, I wouldn't
or
hidden
what?
ponds more than
So-
unhidden ponds.
Yeah.
Like, I can
How
say
do we
that
get
much.
to it though? How do we like?
Can
Can we drive to it, or
it's a journey. How would you describe it, Andrew? A trek?
it's an adventure?
Painful trek.
Painful trek.
It can be.
Okay.
It can be. We'll
I
see.
like that.
We'll see. But you
All
Florida
right.
guys with your shorts and non-pants, I don't know. We'll see how all that goes.
Hey, we're built tough down south, you know.
Okay, well,
we're built tough.
we'll
built
put-
Swamp
Florida
life.
tough. We're built Florida tough.
We'll put that to the
basically
test.
Yeah, I'm down. Hidden pond. Like, who doesn't want to fish a hidden pond? Come
Exactly. Well, we will certainly add that to the list of things to do.
on. Is that Daryl?
On to the man cave, boys. Not just any man cave, but one might call this an ultimate man cave slash fishing workshop slash my guilty pleasure hobby. Come on inside. I hear somebody's already putting to good use the gym. Dude, we got some lifting going on here. The guy Norm over here.
Is that 350 pounds?
Somebody spot that man. That's a lot of weight.
Hey, Lojo, I need you to buy some more weight, man.
I got you. It's on the list of things to do. So obviously, stop number one. I love this building. I love this workshop, this man cave, because it basically breaks down into 3 levels, and each level is something that's really important to me, or my boys, or my wife, or whatever. So the first, obviously, huge section is the home gym. So me and my wife, we're big gym buffs. We love to do it. It blows off steam. It's a great way to keep your mind in a good mental headspace, right?
Yeah, mental
You guys know
health.
what I'm talking about,
Mental
right?
health, physical health. Absolutely agree.
Plus, when you got your boys in town filming some videos, or we have a Googan week here, or whatever, it just gives people something to do other than film and edit and all that good stuff. So this is a really important part of the building. But if we keep walking, so obviously we got the podcast studio in the middle little area. And this is obviously something I've been doing on my channel a lot, and I've been featuring tons of guests, including these 2 guys. Andrew is my co-host. We already had Rob from Lunkers here. We've had Jigging with Jordan here. So it's been a really fun project that I'm really passionate about. It's also a way to talk about other like Googan business, kind of behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people just don't want to talk about. So we love the podcast. It's growing. We're getting a little bit better at it every time, don't you think?
Yes.
A little bit better at it every time? Maybe not a lot better, but it's getting there. But let's move on to what you guys really want to see, which is probably my favorite part of the workshop, and that's the fishing section. Finally, I have a place to put the old Lojo, the 19.5C with the 150 Merc on the back. Love having a place to keep this out of the elements, because for a long time I was just keeping it outside with no cover because I'm not a boat owner. So now we have a nice, dry, safe place to keep it, which is really cool. But besides where the boat is, you've got all kinds of stuff going on here. Like right here, I don't think we can walk through, but we've got some rod storage that we're gonna extend all the way to the wall with this 2x4 where it goes. And we're just gonna put every single Googan rod that we have, every reel that we have. That way we just got a nice clean space to keep your rods nice and organized. You can grab them right off the wall, throw them in the boat, and you're ready to go.
We've got Lojo's bait wall, which is a very close replica of what's actually inside the Googan HQ, which is, I mean, that's awesome, man. That's just goals right here.
That was kind of the inspiration.
Yeah.
I wanted it to look like a store
Yeah,
almost,
yeah.
although when you come here, you're not buying anything. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, what do I want? Okay, yeah, I want some longer logs.
Boom,
I want
on
that
the
color,
shelf.
I want that size. So it's like everything's kind
The
of
ultimate way to organize
Absolutely.
tackle, if you got the space to do it.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say this is probably the most organized I've ever seen a fisherman in my whole entire life. Right here. Like,
Well, it'll
I'm
never
proud
stay.
of
That's the
you.
thing. It'll never stay like this. Like it'll be like this now because I've been actively working on it. But then, once like March, April come around and it's spawning season,
Yeah,
and we're
it's gonna be a
fishing
mess.
every day.
They're gonna be
This
all
is gonna
over
be
the
on the
ground,
ground
in the boat.
Yeah, this will be just completely wrecked. But right now, it looks good. This is what you do in the wintertime. You organize. You get everything functionally laid out. But the idea was this entire wall will be covered. Once I get stocked up on every single Googan bait that I need, the whole wall will be covered. And then this other wall right here.
What is this?
That's the OG table.
Oh my God, this.
What?
Oh my God, how did I walk right past this? This is just a little casual flamethrower guy right here that I can guarantee you guys will probably be seeing in this Googan week. So that's all I'm gonna say. It's a flamethrower and we're gonna be holding it. So stay tuned for that. So on this wall, it's basically the same premise as the Googan bait wall, but this is gonna be like your hard bait. So basically all the Catchco / Googan Squad collaborative projects. So as you guys can see, we've got literally just about every bait. I know there's giant holes in it. That's because I'm waiting to completely fill it out with all the different sizes and colors. But we literally have just about every Googan Squad Catchco product that's in existence right here. And even some new ones that I'm not even sure if we can show. There's one, I don't even know where it is. Anyways, but here's the thing about buildings like this, workshops, man caves, they always can use some type of improvement. So you guys get in the comment section and let us know, all of us, what kind of additions we could do to this building because it's such a big building. I've been thinking about building like a loft with like some stairs that go up that you can like do some storage up top. I've been thinking about like expanding the gym. We've even talked about, I know this is crazy because I just built this building. We've been talking about expanding the building like another 50 feet. It's like basically doubling the size, which you can do with these buildings. So
That's basically an airplane hangar at that point.
it's pretty massive.
I was here
at that
when it
point.
was just a concrete slab and you were
Right.
building it the first time I saw it. And I know in my head I was thinking like, you just see the concrete and it's like, okay, like you're making like a shed, like
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
And then now that's like, in my eyes it's complete. And I know in your head it's
Right.
probably not even close to complete. It's crazy. Like every single dude I think watching this, or girl, like ever, like this is perfect. You got a gym,
it's awesome,
a
man.
podcast, and all the fishing stuff. This is like, you
dream
made it.
come
Like,
true,
you're
man.
good.
Yeah.
Like,
It's definitely a dream come true. It is. But like you said, I'm never, it's just me. I'm just never like content. I always want to just kind of, how can I maximize the space? How can I do more with it? But we definitely want to hear from you guys, like what you want to see added to something like this. And we'll definitely be featuring it in future videos. My absolute favorite part about living out here, and these guys are going to learn all about that in just a second, is to be able to walk out your back porch, look at a target downrange, and just start popping off some shots. Let's freaking go.
Bro, we started the fire.
Oh my God. All right, well,
Put it out.
let's go put out a fire real quick.
You just blew a hay bale in half.
Holy moly. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Get the flathead shovels back.
Oh no. Apparently, it's not the best idea to shoot a hay bale with tannerite. So we got to go put a fire out.
that's a full-on fire.
There's still beads in there that are.
No, it ain't going.
Back it up.
It ain't going.
Get the hell out of the fire. Just beat it. Why wait for a shovel when God gave me two hands, you know? Just put it out. Put the damn fire out, boy.
I like how you're just stepping on fire right now and just unfazed.
You did a really good job of putting that out. I mean, that was quick with just your hands. Lojo I just witnessed a man put a fire out with his bare hands.
Well, I just noticed that the inside of the hay is extremely wet.
Yeah.
So I figured if I just start rustling it up, the fire's gonna hit the wet stuff and be like, oh.
Seeing that hay bale explode though that was
Yeah,
sick.
that was cool. It like
That was
flashed.
sick,
It
yeah.
like flashed and everything. It was
That
really
was
cool.
awesome.
All right, well, just a little bit of a taste of what's to come from this little mini Googan week out here on the ranch, on the homestead. We got a lot of stuff to do, only a couple days to do it. You guys better be subscribed to the channel. Stay tuned, watch very closely. Got some heat coming your way.